This lesson is about translations. We're going to identify and use translations. So a slide, just moving it, is called a translation. And the figure after the translation is called its image. So one kind of translation is a transformation. And a transformation is where we just move a figure onto an image. So with it being in color, it's really easy to determine whether or not we have a translation. So again, it's just a slide. So in A, the blue figure is the original and the red is the image. So the blue has just slid up and over. So yes, this is a translation. In B, no, that's not a translation, it's a mirror. It's a reflection. And in C, that would not be a translation either. It is actually rotated. So again, a translation is just a slide from blue to red. So try the checkpoint, determine if the figure and its image are a translation. So pause the video and then check your work. Okay? When we label points on an image, we use that little prime symbol or a little apostrophe next to the letter to show that it is the translated point from the original image or original figure. So in a translation, segments connecting points in the original figure to their corresponding points are congruent. So those segment lengths, for example, A to A prime length would be the same as B to B prime. They would be congruent and they would be parallel. So we're going to describe a translation of what the segment is doing. So remember, it goes from blue to red. So if you take notice in the graph, point P is sliding 4 units to the right, and 2 units down. We can also describe them using coordinate notation. So when we describe it, take the original point x, y, and in our original case, our prior case, 4 units to the right would be adding, moving to the right would be adding, so it would be that point. So we're saying the point, original point x, y, is being translated. It is moving to the right, 4 units. And then up and down is the y. Since it's moving down, I would subtract 2 units. So again, horizontally the x is moving right or left. If it's moving to the right, you're adding. To the left, you're subtracting. So to the right is adding, to the left is subtracting. And then the b is affecting the y. It's moving up or down vertically. So up would be adding, down would be subtracting. So for example, looking at the triangle coordinates on the left, you see that it's moving 4 units to the right, 1 unit up, so xy is being translated such that x is being added by 4 and y is being added by 1. Looking at the next example to the right, going from blue to red, it's moving 4 units to the left, so it would be subtracting. and 1 unit down would be subtracting 1. So we're going to use coordinate notation to describe the translation. So the first thing you always write is the original XY coordinates, and then it's moving from blue to red. So in this case, it's moving to the left 3, so that would be subtracting, and up 4, which would be adding. So use coordinate notation to describe what's happening with the translation in each of these two examples. Pause the video and then check your work. So hopefully you were able to write that notation. In the next example, we're going to actually plot the original figure. So plot -2, 5, label it A, 0, 7, label it B, and 3, 7, label it C. Connect the triangle. And then we want to translate it 2 units to the right, 3 units down. So take each point and move it 2 units to the right, 1, 2, down 3, 1, 2, 3, be my C prime. Then my B is moving 2, then down 3, 1, 2, 3, B prime. And then my A is moving 2 units right, 1, 2, 3 down, A prime, and connect them. That would be the image. So you draw the image to each of the figures. Again, just take each point and move it what's described, and then label it with the prime. So G, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, again, the homework has been adjusted. Okay, a figure is translated 4 units left and 3 units up from its original position. Describe this translation using coordinate notation. So we always write XY first. It's translated 4 units left, subtract 3 units up. And this ends 3, 7.